Welcome. In this video, we will discuss about what is known as e-Sewa Kendra. So just for a hint, these are related to the judicial system in India. We will discuss about the various detail about these Kendra. Apart from that, what are all the other initiative which has been taken by the judicial wing of the government in India. So this is going to be the outline of this video. So let's start. So it is created in the high courts and one in district court in each district in each state. So how it's gonna be? So it is going to be present in all the high courts. Apart from that, in each state there will be one district at least which will have it. So one district court will have the e-Sewa Kendra. Then what is its main purpose? So its purpose is going to be serve as a one-stop center for all legal aid and assistance. So anybody who is going to need the legal aid and assistance, this particular e-Sewa Kendra is going to act as a one-stop center. It will enable the litigants to obtain information with respect to case status. For an example, you are a litigant for a property dispute. For an example, you have filed a case in the court, and using the e-Sewa Kendra, you can actually go ahead and check about the status, like whether it has got any date for the hearing, or it is going into trial, or what is the present status of the case. You will be able to understand it while going into the section of the e-Sewa Kendra. This will eventually help in providing right to access to justice. So this is again very important. In fact, the Supreme Court itself has said that right to access to justice comes along under the right to life of Article 21. So right to life, which is the part of Article 21, fundamental right in a constitution. Over here, right to access justice is also a part of it. Apart from that, justice is something which in our preamble itself has been mentioned. So our preamble says that the citizen of India has been ensured with the justice. So that is again something, if the courts are not accessible, it will defy the provisions provided in the constitution itself. So this e-Sewa Kendra is really going to help the people to access the justice. So this is the major idea behind the e-Sewa Kendra. Now let's move forward and try to understand what are the other technological initiatives which has been provided by the courts for the people to avail the legal services. Very famous one you must have heard of sometime at least is the telelaw. So as you go your telemedicine where you can contact the doctor, similarly there is a telelaw which has been launched by the Ministry of Law and Justice, which is the nodal agency, in collaboration with Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Think about it, you are talking about integrating the information technological advancements also. So it makes sense that these two ministries has come in collaboration to eventually launch it. And what is the main purpose? It is going to address the cases at pre-litigation stage, that before the people actually go into the litigation and they file a petition in the Supreme Court, at a pre-litigation stage itself, they could go ahead and consult maybe pro bono's lawyer or the lawyers who are available to provide the consultation through the telelaw. So this is something which has been provided. Then connect lawyers to litigant. This is also an initiative. It is a services that uses video conferencing facilities and telephone services to connect lawyers to litigant who need legal advice. Like for an example, you need a legal advice to maybe file a case against the builder who has provided you with the house and who is not giving it on time, and you need to ask the lawyers about what legal option you have going forward. So for those purpose, you have something called as connect lawyers to litigant. You can go ahead and have a video conferencing with the lawyers, and maybe you can just ask about, and instead of like trying to reach out to the lawyers, you can directly reach out them through the video conferencing. Then there is also a facility of common service center, where the smart technology of video conferencing, phone, instant calling facilities is available at a vast network for common service center at the panchayat level. So instead of like over here you are using your personal computer, your personal laptop, or your personal phone for that example. But if you really want, if you don't have access to anything, or if you don't have access to internet, you can go to the common services center which are there at the panchayat level, and from there you can try to connect to the lawyer. So this is the benefit of common service center. They are also have started providing the consultation from the lawyers to the litigants also. So this is again something which has been provided. Then there is also a e-Codes project. This is based on the National Policy and Action Plan for Implementation of Information and Communication Technology in Indian Judiciary. So there was this action plan in 2005. So this action plan in 2005 have came up, and over there the idea was that the Indian judiciary should be enabled with ICT, which is your information communication technology, so that it could become more up to date with the latest technology. It is a pan-India project monitored and funded by Department of Justice, Ministry of Law. So this is funded by the Ministry of Law and Justice, and it is a pan-India project. So it's not like only few state or some state is going to get it, but it is a pan-India project. So which means that all court across the India should get enabled with the ICT. What are the objectives of this e-Codes project? To provide efficient and town-bound citizen-centric service delivery. So if you are enabling ICT, the idea is to make everything seamless, or what you can call as to improve the experience of the citizens. So this is again some of major objective of e-Codes project. Then to develop, install and implement decision support systems in code. Like for an example, the things which human take a lot of time to do, if they could be automated through the use of ICT, then these things should be done. To automate the processes to provide transparency and accessibility of information to its stakeholder. Like for an example, in the previous time when everything was handwritten, it used to take a lot of time. Then came the typewriter, which you have to like type and go ahead. Then the computer, where apart from typing you can just like send it across to various portals at the same time. So all these things has automated the process and made the information to be provided to the citizen at an easier pace. To enhance judicial productivity, both qualitatively and quantitatively, to make service delivery system affordable, accessible, cost-effective, predictable, reliable and transparent. So this is what you can understand as the major goal. So eventually, if you are kind of enabling the ICT into the judiciary, the idea is that the productivity should increase at the end of the day. So for an example, this has become a very common fact which you must have seen in newspaper or in media, that there are around 3 crore pending cases with the courts as of today. So there has to be a way to kind of deal with those cases, how the ICT could eventually help to increase the productivity of the courts and decrease the what you can call the slowness or the bottlenecks in the whole process, how to make it more accountable, transparent, at the same time making it more cost effective also. So these are the major goals which are going to be achieved through the e-Codes project. This is something you should know from the various schemes which has been undertaken by the government of India to modernize the judiciary system in India. So I hope you have liked this video. If you have any doubt, feel free to drop a comment. Thank you.